So we will sit up nice and tall. And then let's take some movement with the shoulders, maybe a little bit of movement with the head. Let's go ahead and take the hands to the thighs and start to circle the trunk. So just going in nice big circles or small circles, whatever feels good. And then rotate the other way. And then we'll come into the middle. Take a little twist to the right. And a twist to the left. And we'll come into the middle. Take the shoulders, give them a few circles. You can take them the other way. And then let's bring them up, back, down. Take a few chin tucks. Drawing chin forward, drawing the chin in. Just giving a little bit of heat to the body, a little bit of motion before we go into our mantra, which we have given a little bit of melody to. So let's bring the chin in slightly and take the right ear up towards the sky. Bring the head to center, left ear up towards the sky. Bring the head to center and just move the head around in a way that feels good. And then we'll bring the head to neutral position, bring the palms together. Let's begin to develop the breath. So with the thumbs to the heart center, begin to take a deeper breath in and feel the belly draw out, the rib cage, and then the chest. As you inhale, as you exhale, release from the chest, the rib cage, the belly. Maybe you are able to regulate the breath a little bit more by lifting the soft palate up. And then as you're breathing through the nose, really paying attention to the texture, the sensation. Feels very different when you kind of open up in the throat area and then you have the breathing through the nose. And relax the forehead, the temples, the eyes. And soften the heart. Soften the heart. Feel the heart soften, the physical heart itself, the heart region, which we call more like the center of the chest, the whole area. Let it all soften. So before we chant our mantra or sing our mantra, our invocation, really, in which we remember that divine aspect of ourselves and the qualities of that divinity, let's just allow in the heart center for a sense of compassion for ourselves and our strivings and all the efforts that we're putting in let's say, refining ourselves, refining our characters, refining the way we exist in the world. And all the efforts that we put within that, and then all the efforts we put outside of our physical bodies. And remembering that all of it is connected. All of it is divine. And again, just feeling that compassion for ourselves as we put in all the effort. And let's shift into Shiva Mantra. Om. I bow to the presence of the divine within, our true and highest teacher, that lives in and around us as being, consciousness, and bliss. It is ever present and radiates peace, lighting the way to transformation. Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. All right, let's start to move the body. So from seated, let's shift over to hands and knees. And we'll start to move through cat-cow. So inhaling, letting the belly relax, exhaling, engaging the belly. Taking a few of these motions. And then we'll let the tailbone stay shifted upwards, roll over the toes, and come into downward facing dog. Maybe shift the heels, the knees, the hips. And we're going to step the right foot forward. We're coming right into a lunge for a moment. Just notice how that feels. Look forward. Step the left foot up into a forward fold. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine, bring the hands maybe to the thighs. It's early to be stretching the backs of the legs. So exhale, release, step the right foot to the back of the mat. We come into a little bit of a lunge. And then let's come into downward facing dog. Bring the knees back down into table and shift into child's posture for 5 deep breaths. Make sure we have that nice, rhythmic, consistent breath. So before our practice, we were talking about having an ordered sense of energy. And so really focusing on the breath in that way helps us to embody that. So let's take an inhale that matches the exhale. In length and depth. We're gonna go back to our movement that we were working on a moment ago. Come back up to table, find your way to downward facing dog, and then let's take the right leg and lift it upwards, and then we'll step the right foot forward, come back into our lunge. Come up halfway right here, and then step the left foot forward. We can do that on the exhale. On the inhale, come up halfway again. On the exhale, release and step the right foot back. And then let's inhale and take the left leg up and behind into a 3-legged downward facing dog and step the left foot down. So we're just going to do this a few times. So on the next inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale the right foot forward. Lifting the heart, exhaling the left foot forward when you're ready. You can come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, release, stepping the right foot back. And then on the inhale, we'll lift the left leg up and behind. So you're going to do this a few more times, but you're going to coordinate the breath in a way that makes sense. So we're starting by lifting the right leg up, stepping it forward. We come into a lunge with the right leg forward. We come into a forward fold, maybe a half forward fold in transition. And then we step the right foot back. So the left leg is forward. And then we lift the left leg up and behind. So let's take a moment to explore these simple lunges from a 3-legged downward facing dog or from a forward fold, depending on how you're getting there. You can go through each side again, or you can rest in child's posture or downward facing dog for 5 deep breaths. And then let's meet in table. Bring the palms down. We're going to take 3 vinyasas in a row. And that means that you might need support. So you might need to take the knees and you're going to send them back so that the heart is still in line with the hands. So if you roll over the toes, the body would be exactly in a plank. So just explore that for a moment so that we aren't going to collapse. And so when you're ready, the heart in line with the hands. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower all the way down. Hips can come down, tops of the feet down for cobra, lifting up. Or you might go into upward facing dog with the thighs off the mat. And then we'll exhale, downward facing dog. A couple deep breaths. When you're ready, come back into plank or the knees down version, and then lower. Inhale, rise to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's posture. A few deep breaths. And when you're ready, one more. Find your way forward, lower, rise. So from downward facing dog, we're going to lift the right leg up toward the sky and step the right foot forward. Coming back into our lunge, let's start with the back heel lifted though. Keep it lifted. We're going to come to a standing position. So when you're ready, rise up. Make sure we settle the feet down. Maybe some rolling of the shoulders once you've risen. We did this, I think we did this last week. We're going to create fists with the hands. Keep the arms straight and then inhale. Lift the arms up. You can turn the knuckles to face each other. And then exhale, release down. So with a little resistance. Inhaling with resistance, rising with those fists. We're going to keep the resistance as we exhale and lower down. Once again. Exhale, releasing. This time, we're going to inhale, take the arms up, open the hands, exhale, relax the hands down, and then shift to a warrior bee. So we're going to face, have my back face to you. We're going to have the left toes facing left side of the mat, right toes facing forward. We're still in a lunge. Open the arms, and then look past the right fingertips. Shoulders back and down. Lunge into that right knee. And then we'll straighten the right leg and reach out with the right arm. Come into extended triangle. Right hand down the right leg, left arm up towards the sky. Look up past the left hand. I think we're going to need to come back to this one in a moment once the legs are a little bit more open. Let's look down at the right foot, come up back into arms open and out, and then take the left hand down the leg, right arm up, right leg can stay straight. Really stretching out of that right hip, maybe even feel like you're stretching out of the right ankle. And then we're going to take another vinyasa from here. So we can bend that right knee and stretch the hands back down to the mat. maybe take that right leg up. And then let's exhale 3 times, knee to nose. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, draw back in. After the third, we'll bring the foot down and switch sides, lifting the left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward. Keep the back heel lifted. Settle the feet down. And when you're ready, inhale, rise up. So, really balancing our energy so that we have energy drawing down. And then in a moment, we're going to be drawing, well, we feel the trunk drawing up, but we're going to also do the arms. So when you're ready, you can have arms down, create fists, and inhale with resistance, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower, maintaining some resistance. Inhaling. Exhaling. So after this third one, with the resistance, we're going to take it up for a fourth. But then once the arms are risen, you can relax the arms and release them down. And then open up to the right side of the mat, right toes facing out, open the arms, and look past the left fingertips. Soften the eyes. Feel the sturdiness of the legs and the trunk. And then let's go into extended triangle. So we'll straighten the left leg, reach out with the left arm, lower down the left leg, right arm reaches up. Maybe looking up past the right hand. Look down at the left foot, rise back up, arms open, right hand down the right leg, left arm up and over. Again, feeling like you're stretching out of the hip, maybe even out of the ankle. We're going to take another vinyasa here. So you can open the arms, lunge into the left knee, stretch the hands down, lift the left foot, and take it up behind, because 3 times we're drawing knee to nose. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, drawing in. And then we will be resting in child's posture or downward facing dog for 5 deep breaths. We're going to come back to downward facing dog. So when you're ready, rise up. Step both of the feet forward this time. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Separate the feet to the edges of the mat. We'll just let the head hang loose for a moment. Maybe the legs are bent if the back feels like it has to round quite a bit to be here. Or maybe you keep the hands somewhere to the legs. We're going to unroll the spine. So when you're ready, bend the knees, let the head and the arms be heavy as you start to straighten up the spine, starting in the lower region, working your way to the middle, and then into the neck. Once the head is up, move the shoulders in circles. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, and this time exhale out through the mouth. Letting go of any chaotic energy. And then release the arms. So I'd like to go into eagle posture today. So if you feel like you need support, this is the one where we have the legs crossed and maybe intertwined, and then the arms intertwined. So if you need some support, be creative. Maybe it means having like a leg just hugging the side of a couch. Maybe it means you're close to a wall. So again, just see how you can adjust for your needs. So, but if you have a lot of cushion on the mat, probably step off of it. See if you can find a nice, firm place for the feet for balance. So first, let's separate the feet a bit, hips distance or so. Put a bend in the knees. We'll find the arms first, and if you feel like you're better off doing the legs first, then feel free to adjust. So we'll be taking the arms, reach them up, and then draw the elbows in with the right elbow closer to the heart center than the left. And then from here, depending on our muscle mass or our flexibility, we might only have forearms interlocked, we might have elbows interlocked. Then we'll start to press the arms into each other, but we might be able to go further and push the tops of the hands into each other, or further still and put the palms of the hands and press them together. So we want to create resistance in the shoulders. Then we'll soften the knees, shift to the left leg, and bring the right knee on top of the left knee. So we have bent legs. We might hook the toes behind the left leg, the calf area, but not necessary. The other option for the legs is single-legged chair posture. Right ankle on top of left thigh, and that might be make a little bit more sense for your body. Deep breaths, nice and rhythmic. We'll take another. And we'll unwind. Can release the legs, release the arms, circle the arms up, and actually flip the tops of the hands so that they face each other. And then start to take big circles with the arms. I'm not counting, so we took a few breaths. Go ahead and rotate the other way. Keep the shoulders rotated inwardly though. I find backwards to be very challenging. And releasing. So before we take our other side, we will find a nice side bend. Feet are apart, right hand down the right leg. Lift the left arm up and over to the right. And we'll inhale, come to center. Take that right arm up. Exhale to the left. and inhale, rise up. So now we'll take the other side. So this time the left elbow will be in towards the chest. So when you're ready, circle the arms up. And the left elbow in, right elbow on top, wrap the arms, whatever you can do. Again, maybe you're just crossing forearms and they push into each other. The goal is to just activate the shoulders. And then when you're ready, you've got that pressure, feet down, knees bent, shift to the right leg, left leg on top, maybe the ankle on top for a single-legged chair, or maybe the knee on top, maybe the toes hooked, maybe you're semi-leaning into something to help with balance. We'll take one more breath. And release. Roll the shoulders. A few circles. So we'll take the arms up, turn the tops of the hands to face each other, and we'll circle nice and big. Rotate the other way. Not the shoulders, right? We're just turning the hands in the opposite directions. Wow, let's say, reword that. Spinning the arms in the opposite directions. The tops of the hands are still facing each other. And release. Side bend to the right. Side bend to the left. And then let's inhale, come to center, and find our way over to the mat, where we're going to separate the feet nice and wide. Let's go into some more standing postures before we come to seated, or maybe some lunges sound great to me. So open the arms. Turn the right foot to face the side of the mat. We're going to keep the legs straight and go back into our extended triangle posture. Reach out with the right arm. Bring the right hand down to the right leg. Lift the left arm up. Look up past the left hand. Take a nice deep breath. And inhale, rise up. That was a quick one because we're coming back. Shift over to the other side. Reach out with the left arm. Lower it down the leg. Right arm up. Looking up past the right hand. And just being aware of where the body is in this posture, how it feels. Then when you're ready, rise back up. And this time we'll take the hands behind the hips, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, fold over the legs, keep the fingers interlaced. Let the head go. We're going to start to shift into the legs by, you can come up halfway, turn the right toes slightly to the right, maybe facing that left corner that's off to that right side, and lunge into the right knee, and then push into that right leg to switch, rotating left foot slightly out, and lunge into the left knee. Come back to center, release the hands in the middle. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release, and start to walk over to the right leg again, this time moving the right foot just as you did before. But this time we're going to see if we can keep the hands down for a moment. Maybe push into the right leg. Check in with the left foot. Plant it down, and then take all of it up at the heel and plant it down and see how that feels. And then let's shift over to the other side. Left toes Turn slightly to the left. We're still facing the side of the mat. Again, play around with the right foot. Plant it and lift the foot all with the heel. Pressing it down. This time we'll walk over to the right foot, but we're going to face the short side of the mat. And then bring the left knee down. Bring both of the hands to the inside of the right foot. Take that right foot out to the edge of the mat. Get the wrists under the elbows and the shoulders in a straight line. And here you might bend the elbows, or you might find the forearms to blocks if you have blocks, or to the mat if that works. We're going to breathe here for a few nice breaths. Feel the heart center, the heart itself softening with every full cycle of breath. Feel the brain relaxing. Refraining from creating any tension in our postures. So if something doesn't feel right, you simply shift out of it to prevent adding tension. We're trying to relax that. So let's come up to the hands. You can roll over the back toes, walk over to the other foot. Bring the right knee down and heel toe the left foot to the left. Palms down. That right knee is far back. Maybe elbows bend, or maybe we can bring the forearms down. Soften the heart and the heart center, the physical brain. Relax the eyes, relax the face. One more breath. Each side was about a minute hold, plus a little extra for setup. So let's come out of this, and then we'll roll over the back toes, lift, and walk back over to the center. Let's fold in for about 3 deep breaths. You might walk the hands in line with the feet. You might separate the feet a little bit more. And we'll inhale, come up halfway, bring hands to hips. Maybe a soft bend in the knees, and then we'll rise up. Heel toe the feet a little closer together until we bring them all the way to hip distance. Let's release the arms alongside the body, palms facing forward, shoulders back and down. Put a soft bend in the knees. So feel the legs relax. Feel the hands relax. Relax and yet stay active, right? So we want to have the fingers spread. So we've done a few things. to come back for a third time into extended triangle posture. But once you feel, whatever subtleties, whatever changes in the body you've noticed, whatever openness you've noticed, or if you notice that something in the body got a little triggered. So, for example, my left shoulder, something got triggered there, which there was an underlying tension. Some of the movement moved that tension, and then it became noticeable. So I want to do more to help open up the body. So just pay attention to little things like that. And then let's separate the feet again and open the arms. We're going back to Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Reach the right foot or turn the right toes to face the short side of the mat. Reach out with the right arm and then lower it down to the right leg. So notice if maybe you can go a little further than the first time we came into this today. Lift that left arm up and really straighten up the trunk so that it's over the right leg. Maybe look up past the left hand. So the deeper expression would be grasping the right big toe with the peace fingers. Otherwise, you can have hand to the right thigh or the shin. And we'll look down at the right foot, rise back up, turn to the left side. Reach out with the left arm, lower it down, right arm reaches up. Straighten up the trunk, line it up with the long sides of the mat. Maybe look up past the right hand. And we'll look down at the left foot, rise up, open the arms, hands to hips, and find your way back to standing. Let the arms relax alongside the body and pay attention to any shifts, any changes. Take a deep breath in through the nose, releasing through the mouth. We're going to come to seated. So once you come to seated, actually, we're just going to separate the knees and bring the soles of the feet together. And then we'll be folding right into the feet. So you can hold the feet and start to draw the heart center towards the feet. If it feels better, you might round a little bit, let the head go. It's okay to round if we're doing it on purpose. And start to come back up. Let's extend the left leg forward and draw the right foot to the inside of the thigh. Inhale, reach the arms upwards. Exhale, hinge, bring the hands to the back of the thigh or to the foot, maybe the calf, whatever feels right. Do your best not to round the back. So I felt a little bit of rounding. We're going to revolve this. This is head to knee posture. We'll revolve this and get deeper into that left leg. One more breath. And come up halfway. Extend that left arm forward. Turn the hand to the left to hold the foot, even if you have to bend the knee. Totally okay. Take the right arm behind, up and over. You kind of want to look for the right foot with the hand, but if that's not possible, you can look up towards the sky with that right hand. So get really deep into the left leg and also the right lower part of the back. And then we'll turn to the left leg and just fold right into it. Let's take 1 or 2 breaths. And inhale, rise up. Take the right leg forward, bring the hands down, and just flex and point the feet for a moment and notice the difference between the 2 legs. Notice how the left leg feels, the front, the back, the ankle in relation to the right leg. I personally can feel it all the way in the ankle, which is surprising. So then just relax the legs, give them a little bit of a shake. We're going to go to the other side. Left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, reach the arms upwards. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, find length. And exhale. Release in without rounding the back. One more breath. Let's come up halfway. Extend that right arm forward. Turn the hand, maybe bend the knee to hold the right foot. Take the left arm behind and up towards the sky, maybe up and over the ear, maybe hand towards the foot. Wherever you are, breathing deeply. If it's difficult to breathe deeply, pull out of the posture a little. And we'll turn to face that right leg and fold into it. And rising up. Let's take the left leg forward, hands down, and just assess. Move the legs around. Just notice, hopefully, a sense of balance between the 2 sides. And let's find a twist. Bring the right foot down. Left leg can stay as it is. Right hand down, fingers facing back. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, that arm outside of the right thigh. Again, nice and tall. Adjust the right foot, so closer or further depending on your needs. And then we'll turn to the right. We'll also turn the the left forearm down as we look off to the right with the eyes. And inhale, come to center. Switch legs. Take that left hand behind. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, outside of the thigh. Get tall and turn to the left with the eyes. Turn that right forearm down. And we'll inhale, come to center. Take the arms and the legs up. We're going into boat posture. If you need support, take one foot down or bring the hands down, whatever feels right. Do your best to stay lifted in the low back so that you aren't rounding and collapsing there. Strengthening the whole core. Now from here we're going to go through a vinyasa. So cross the ankles. You can also do something else if you'd like. Otherwise bring the hands down and step or jump the feet back lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then from here come back to seated. However you get here. Maybe a jump and a cross of the ankles, or maybe come down to table. From here, let's come to seated with ankles crossed. We'll work on the neck before we do some more on the back. We'll take the shoulders, roll them a little bit. And then take them back and down. Turn the head right and left a few times. And we'll bring the head to center. Take the head up and down. And take the head to center. Lift the right ear. I'm going to fold the hands into each other. It makes such a difference to me than putting the hands on the thighs. Bring the head to center. Lift the left ear. And bring the head to center. Tilt the head left and right. And bring the head to center. Release the head down. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth. Let tension go from the neck. And bring the head to center. Cross the wrists, fingers to the base of the neck above the clavicle, the collarbone. Press in to the muscles and lift the chin. Bring the head back to center. Relax the fingers for a moment. We'll do this again. Press in and then lift. And bring the head back to center. Release. We're going to take some motion with the jaw, so making the wow motion. A few times, releasing tension in the jaw. And then we're going to take the hands and just gently put some pressure on the face, moving from the center outward. You can go into the space between the eyebrows and go from the center of the forehead to the temples a few times. You might go into the eyebrows, the base of the eyebrows, and trace them to the temples. And then we'll take the thumbs to the occipital grooves, 2 grooves at the base of the skull, put some pressure there, some circular pressure. You might also bring fingers to the skull and put some circular pressure there too. We're going to take the knuckles and with the knuckles tap around the crown of the head. This one is something I learned at Self-Realization Fellowship, Yogananda's group, and they said as you tap on the skull, wake up the brain cells. And release. Take the hands and find some friction, get some heat in the palms. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, bring the palms to the eyes. Enjoy the darkness for a moment. Enjoy the warmth. And relax. Cross the right arm in front of the chest. Hook the left arm. We're stretching the bicep, the shoulder. Switch arms. We'll take the left arm overhead, bend the elbow, right fingers to the left elbow, drawing it back and center. If you can, maybe a bind behind the back. It's pretty challenging, but maybe you can hook the fingers. I find it's one of those that if you haven't been doing it, it's challenging to get to, but a yoga strap often helps. So we get to take one step at a time. Let's change. So right arm up, bending, left fingers to right elbow, drawing back and center. Maybe the bind behind the back. And we will release. Just sitting up tall for a moment, just noticing how the head, neck, shoulders, arms, trunk, legs feel. Let's do a little work on the hips before we rest. Come all the way down to the back. You have a couple options. You can go into reclining pigeon with right ankle on top of the left thigh. Let's all start there because the variation can be taken from here. So we have right ankle on top of left thigh. We hug in the left leg. Keep the right foot flexed, maybe some ankle motion to help, but then eventually relaxing left foot and keeping right ankle pretty active. So we're drawing in, feeling the right hip stretching. So you might stay here, or you might hold only the right leg and draw it in as you relax the left leg. And see, which one would you benefit from more? Which one feels like you're getting a better stretch in the right hip? Let's release, but first we're going to take the left leg, relax it, and then just hug this right leg in for a moment so you can bring the foot to line up with the hip. And then we'll relax and bring right foot down, left ankle on top of right thigh, draw the right leg in. So if you're taking that other variation, just noticing whichever is helpful and being there. Another 2 breaths. And we will release. We're going to hold this left leg in for a moment. And then relax. Bring both of the feet down. Knees are bent. Open the arms. Let the knees fall over to the right. Turn the head to the right and then to the left. Arms open. And then we'll plant the feet, roll the knees to the left, head to the left, and then head to the right. And we'll bring the feet to center, give the knees a big squeeze. And here you can set up for Shavasana, or if you'd like to take another spinal twist, you can keep the knees lifted, arms out, and then knees to the right. So we're working a little further up the spine for the twist. And once you've taken a few gentle breaths on each side, no need to control the breath or take deep breaths anymore, then you can come back on the back into Shavasana. once we're lying down on the back, let's allow the legs to relax even more. Let them become immovable. Let the toes turn away from each other, relaxing from the toes all the way up to the hip joints. Let the arms be restful, the palms flipped up, and the arms slightly away from the trunk. Let the arms become immovable. Relax, the fingers slightly curled, and no controlling of the arms from the fingers to the shoulder joints. And bring your attention to the trunk and relax the back from the base all the way up to the neck. The front of the trunk, relax from the belly all the way up to the neck. Feel the neck soften all the way around. Feel the face soften. The jaw, the cheeks, the lips, the nose, the forehead, the temples, the scalp. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. Pay attention to that dark space between the eyebrows. Let that region soften physically and mentally. Bring your attention back into the heart center and the physical heart, and let that entire region soften. Relaxing the entire body, relaxing the emotions, relaxing the mind, relaxing any effort at all. And just allowing yourself to exist in the heart center and the physical heart. Resting. Without changing anything, bring your awareness into the heart center again if it started to shift. And let's allow ourselves to draw in and draw out a sense of, again, compassion for ourselves and our process, and all the processes that we go through as we continue to refine our existence in the world. As we continue to process all the things that we go through. And allow those things to work on us, to continue to work on that sense of refinement, even as we hold a sense of compassion for these difficult processes that we go through. And then letting ourselves extend that sense of compassion from within to without, so that we allow ourselves to feel compassion towards all beings who are just trying to figure it out. And then let's start to take a few deep breaths. Coming back into the physical body. Back into animating it. Even a short break from animating it can feel so restful, so restorative. Can allow a sense of repair to occur. So moving the hands and the fingers. Starting to move the arms and the legs. Maybe stretching the arms behind. And then bringing the knees in towards the chest. Wrapping arms around the knees. A little sway side to side. And then finding your way up to a seated position. Bringing the palms together. May all beings be established in the true self. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be fulfilled. May all beings be blessed. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.